Sorry, guys. It looks like I had my mic turned off the entire time. So, good thing you didn't hear anything from the beginning because it was just nonsense. Thanks to someone in chat for uh, letting me know that I would have gone the entire show without without speaking. So on my real quick before we get back into it, on my channel I've made a special playlist for high school streams because we are going to, of course, be streaming the high school games. We're gonna have to sacrifice some NFL and college games, but it's for the greater good of the USA. So if you want anything high school related, it's going to be on that. I know it's going to be on that playlist. There's going to be it's going to have everything that we talked about over the high school summer, and I mean over the high school season. So if you want anything on high school, it's going to all be in that playlist. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So to recap what I said earlier, here is what we have. So these are preseason rankings. So these are obviously done by the actual the National High School Football League, the NHSL. So obviously these are basically the Oklahoma, Georgia, Alabama, and LSU of 6A. So these teams well, with the model and their record, you don't have to worry. Also, I'm doing one monitor today. I don't have my Chromebook with me. It's over there, and I don't want to. It's acting a little bit. Oh yeah, trust me. I was there in person. I was there in person to witness them losing homecoming. I was there. I was there. But judging by what they've done over the off season and stuff, I think they should be they should not be as bad as they were in 2024 and 2022. So, anyways, as I was saying, here is the preseason top four. You have Broken Arrow at number 4, Jinx at number 3, Owasso, and no surprise, Bixby's number 1. But it is kind of weird to see Owasso over Broken Arrow because usually it's Bixby, Jinx, and Broken Arrow and Owasso. But Owasso did have a better season than Broken Arrow. Although I don't agree with the preseason because Broken Arrow made it to the finals last year. Even though they got blown out by Bixby, they still were a finalist. They were so I think they should be next to Bixby, but if you're talking about an organization who hasn't cared about BA football since 2018. And that was the year we had a blue wave year too, so there's a fact for you there too. Anyways, I'm gonna lose my voice this stream, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So let's go ahead and put the rest of these teams on here. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab them all right here. Holy crap, that is not what I wanted. Well, that's because we couldn't run the damn ball last year. That's right, we couldn't run the ball last year, folks. If you're wondering why Owasso and Bixby kept it close and we lost to those teams, it's because we couldn't run the damn ball. If we ran the ball, I'm pretty sure we would have not made it. We would have made it competitive. Instead, we relied on Gaston trying to get us through the air, which, if you remember, Bixby is the team that literally took took Union and said, I'm going to put you in the Iron Maiden forever. It ended their entire football career. That's how unwatchable it was. Mind you, yeah. So if I remember correctly, I was there during the 2025 season, and I was at the Broncos versus Broken Arrow playoff game. And I remember looking at the score and seeing Bixby up 56 or something against Union. So yeah, they are not to be driverless. I'm gonna do this a better way because this is not working out. So let's just get. Can I just get? Well, I guess I'll be doing it by here. So 5 is Union. 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna just keep going. Union. Next up is obviously Edmund. Then yeah, also yeah, this is the reason why I did. It's gonna be an overnight one because we are gonna be doing all 6-1-8 teams, but it shouldn't take too long. I believe next up is Norman North because Norman North. Then you have Deer Creek and Yukon. Then next up is Edmond North. I can mind doing that. I can talk. Mine's been going good. Focus, please. Give me focus. Focus. Nah, whatever. It's good. I've been just enjoying tech. I've just been doing stuff to make myself a better person after what I've done and what I've been in my whole school life and all that. Like just putting stuff, moving on into the future. I work for the Tulsa Oilers hockey now, so yeah. If you want to know where I'm working at, the Tulsa Oilers is your place to go. Um, Obviously, I have a girlfriend, but she is overseas, obviously, in the beautiful state of Seattle. Um, she we've been keeping in touch with each other, and there's a long story of how we met, but she and I are like carbon copies, except she's slightly younger than me, but it's not like a big difference. Well, overseas is like meant to be used as like a metaphor in this case, so um but yeah, so life's just been chugging along for me. Um Recently just got demon I got demon I just there's been a lot, and um well, it's just a lot of adulting. So if you're wondering why I've not been on a very consistent upload schedule, you can thank being an adult for that. Obviously, it's a lot harder to adjust to being an adult than it was being in school. I'm on my own now. Everything I do is my choice, and whatever I make has an effect. So I'm just living life to what I want it to be. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Also, I am gonna lose my voice to this stream. Hopefully, not too bad. Almost done. And then Westmore. And then. Alright, so here we go. Let's the rankings begin. Starting off, we're going to go from top to bottom. So starting off with the reigning Class 6A, the reigning OSSA Class 6-1A champions, the Bixby Spartans. The Bixby Spartans coming off a huge beatdown over the Broken Arrow Tigers. And an historic win for the Bixby Spartans, who have been one of the most who is basically the runaway train in this situation. They are now the runaway train in Class 6-1A. There's only been 3 teams. Well, there's only been technically 2 teams that have managed to beat Bixby, and one of them is at number 3, and that's Jinx. Jinx beat them back in 20-1. OSSA, let me actually hold on. Let me just get my fact sheet. I am curious because I need to remember I don't want to get something wrong. Yeah, so in 2025. Oh, never mind. What was I? So, yeah, so there is actually, this is gonna, I'm not even joking. This is not fiction. This is reality. I'm gonna share this. Look at this. Let me pull this up for you. The last time Bixby has lost to Jinx was in 2022. Wait, actually, hold on. What am I saying? That's not even that fair. Yeah. What happened? You can say, as long as it's not too bad, then yeah, I can say it on stream. But yeah, I remember it was a 20-22 because that was the year Broken Arrow went 8-4. Yeah, I know it's either 6 or 7 or 8-4, one of the two. Yeah. So that's right, and then it was an upset win. Ari, you mean you're one of your moderators? Well, you don't have to. You can say it over. You can text me, or if you want to, you can like explain it in a PG friendly way. But you can also do it over text. Up to you. Because that is actually kind of heartbreaking. That wasn't she. Trying to remember who she was. She was one of the ones that was on the. I'm gonna go ahead and assume it was something like that. Something like, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you want to do it over text. Anyways, back to this. So let's go over to Bixby and pull up their schedule. Oh. Well, I didn't know much about Ari, but that is still a bad way to go. Before we continue, I am going to say something that if you don't, you can, if you want to, you can you can take out your headphones, do whatever. But what I'm about to say is very, like, what is it? Very, very tough subject because it is reality at the end of the day. Unfortunately, one of my, I don't even know her, so like, but one of my closest friends, friend, got. Now, if you want to, you can mute yourself. You can mute. You can take out whatever. Like I said, because this is very hard subject to talk about. Um, her name was her name on online was Ari. I don't know her actual name in real life. That's something Echo's gonna could tell me over text later tonight when I'm done streaming. But she, again, to put it in perspective, she is 20 years old. So her name is Ari, so we'll just call her Ari. But she was 20 years old, and I guess the story, what I heard is 2 a.m. last night, or it would have been, I think it was 2 a.m. I don't know what day it was, but maybe Echo could tell me the day it happened for more, so I can get an understanding if that's the case. So it is actually more unfortunate that it was this morning. So this morning at 2 a.m., from what I heard, she was driving home from work and a drunk semi driver. So for those of you who don't know, cannot speak. Semi drivers or truck drivers, they their vehicles are meant to take a beating because some of them are heavy duty. So you got to think about what it would be like if, and I was on a highway today too, and I almost experienced this myself. Those things are scary to be by. And it just so happened that she was on her way home from work at 2 a.m., and apparently a drunk driver killed her. So, so, um, I want to take a moment, say a prayer. This is not religion. This is just, that's all. I'm going to take a moment. We're going to pray for her. Thank God I went to church for this, but we're going to pray for her and her family. So let's take a moment. And that's even worse. So let's take our hats off. Let's all bow our heads. Sorry about my hair, by the way. Let's just take a moment and pay our respects to a good friend. So bow your heads and let's pray. Again, this is not religious. This is not religious. This is simply just for her and her family. No religion this time. And of course, my camera focuses now. So let's bow our heads and I'll say a prayer. Dear Heavenly Lord, for all you have given her in her life, her short life, beg for her to give mercy for all she has done, whether the bad or the good, whatever she has done, she will be in your arms, your safe and loving heavenly arms, for all her might and glory that she had brought into this world. Her family gave birth to someone magical, powerful, and great, and courageous. It is God, it is unfortunate that she was taken away from this earth so young by one who is despicable and incompetent and even stupid, God. But may both families find peace and love, and may her family be in the best wishes of your arms, my Lord, and grace the God of gods, that your Son gave his sin and brought forth everyone's mercy for you. Lord, thank you for all of her memories. May she be treasured for all of eternity, and from the gods and the bounds of the earth above, all type to the universe beyond, will she be memorized and will her memory be memorized by her family, loved ones, and friends, and close friends. And I pray for everyone who is affected by this loss, and I pray to all parties involved in this loss. May her family get peace, and may the person who did this be held to justice as you have. God, thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. If you prayed that prayer with me, thank you. Godspeed to you, Ari. Forever in our hearts, she will be. So, moving along, let's get back into the action. You guys can put your headphones back in now if you guys haven't already. You can unmute. You can unmute me now. You turn up your volume. You can all that. Let's get back into the action because we've got a lot of teams to go over. I'm sorry. I might go get water. I might actually go get water because I cannot do this. It's fine. It happens. It's unfortunate, but this show is got to continue on. So I said a prayer, and I think that's enough. Anyways, so going over to Bixby, let's go over their schedule. So here is their schedule. So yeah, no problem. No, you're welcome. So the model over here, I have it on my iPad. I have the model. The model has Bixby going 13-2. I have them going. We're gonna go over them, but the model for reference has Bixby going 13-2. I'll let you take a guess where. And looking at the schedule, I'll let you take a guess at where those two losses come from. I'll give you a hint. One of them will be an upset. Period. So, here we go. Starting off, Owasso. Boom. Right off the bat, first Power 4 team, Owasso. Honestly, the model has them winning this game by 3. I'm going to say Owasso is going to be a win. I'm going to go Owasso, a walk-off field goal from Bixby to win it. It's a hard-fought game. Owasso gives Bixby everything they have, but Bixby just outlasts an Ironman game, which, for those of you who don't know, an Ironman game is a game where both teams can score and where both teams just pound and ground each other until the final whistle. So that's probably what it will be. But the final score, Owasso in Bixby 30, Bixby 30, Owasso 27. A field goal would win it. So they start off the year 1-0. The stuff they're going to do to Stillwater is going to need to not be televised. Okay, if this was a televised event, this could get the entire world on fire. I have the model, and I have Bixby winning by a combined total of 68 points. It's going to be either a massacre or a demolition. So that's a win. And then you're at home. So you're, again, at Owasso makes sense, so you lose. But then you host Jinx. Remember, Jinx is the last time Jinx won was back in 2022. So if there's anyone that can take down Bixby, it's either Jinx or you're going to find out who, the model. If you couldn't tell already, this is the first loss for Bixby. Jinx goes on the road to Bixby and beats the Spartans for the second time in their history. A final total of 28-25. So 27-30. Wait, was it 27? Would it be? Hold on. 34. Yeah, it would be 28-30. Yeah, 28-35. Wait, 20, 20, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Yeah, so 35-28. Final score, walk-off touchdown for Jinx. So they start off the year 2-0, then they get their first loss, and that is to Jinx. So Jinx goes on the road and beats Bixby. Next up, they have Mustang. That's a win. I have them winning against Westmore, Edmond, Norman, Edmond again. They take care of both Edmonds, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're 6-1. So I'm going 6-1 and then can you guys guess where the model put their final loss? I'll tell you right now, it was an upset. It will be an upset if the model is correct. It'll be the upset of the year. The model has Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow winning by 3. A final score of 31 of 28 to 30 to 31. 28-31. The model. Obviously, I have Broken Arrow losing this game, right? Hold on, my friends. Let's not forget, Broken Arrow made it to the finals. And they nearly won it had they had a run game. Broken Arrow, when I get to them, there's going to be an explanation on why the model has them winning this game. Here, don't sleep on Broken Arrow this year just because they had an easy schedule. They had to face OSSA. They had to face Mustang. They had to face Union. Almost from a season that they went 8-4 in, I believe. So 7-6. So if you're wondering, yeah, there is one way that you can beat Bixby, and that is the run game. Let me remind you, and I'll say this as many times throughout the season, Bixby is a ground and pound team. So if you don't have a run game, they're going to beat you, and they're going to whip your butt. But if you have a ground game, you can mitigate their defense, and then they just become a passing team. Bixby's strength is their run game. If you can stop the run, you have a shot at beating Bixby through the air. So, obviously, Bixby is going to have a tough time, and especially with this guy. They have a QB is a they have a sophomore QB in Jackson. Is that how I say Jackson Rice, who is a sophomore freshman coming out from the beautiful state of Bixby. So if there's a season to beat Bixby, is with this quarterback because he's a sophomore. He's not a senior like they don't have their senior like last year. He's off to college. So if Bix, that's why. That's why I have them winning for Broken Arrow because their quarterback is not going to play well. Broken Arrow have a senior on their quarterback. So, will Broken Arrow do the upset? According to this prediction, yes. And then they obviously win against Southmore. So their final record is 8. So Bixby's final record, 8-2. Wait, 9-2? Yeah, it would have to be 9-2, right? Because how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, 10. So you'd have to be 9-2. So 9, they have. Yeah. So 9-2. There are 2 losses coming to Broken Arrow and Jinx. Not a crazy prediction. Owasso, I could see them losing to Owasso. I could see them losing to Broken Arrow and Jinx. Those are the 3 hardest teams they have to play this year. So, and especially Broken Arrow, instead of being on the road this time, they're gonna have to go to Tiger Memorial Stadium and face the Tigers head on. Anyways, moving along. Going back to our thing here. Moving on, the Owasso Rams. Obviously, Owasso have a pretty good year. They're number 2 in the district, obviously. Always been number 2. They actually opened the year against Bixby. So, obviously, with to keep the record game, I do have them losing to Bixby. One, and I'm gonna say Broken Arrow beats OSSA this year. OSSA, I think, is not gonna be prepared to face Broken Arrow in this form yet. I think if you gave them another year, I would consider this a loss for Broken Arrow. But I think it's just sorry, my voice. With the returning talent that you have from Broken Arrow, the talent is gonna overshine the run game of Owasso. Because if you remember, Owasso is a ground and pound team. Again, like Bixby, they're not as strong as Bixby, but they can still ground and pound your ass. But in terms of like team overall, they're not mentally prepared this year. They don't have a good team this year. Broken Arrow's just gonna out talent them, especially with seniors. So 0-2, but then I have them winning against Sand Springs in a win side. Obviously, you're gonna kill Sand Springs, kill Stillwater. Jinx. Oh, Jinx. The fated, coveted match of the playoffs. Last year, it was a very entertaining game. Honestly, sounds crazy, right? That you'd be losing 0-3, but this schedule is front loaded. Have Owasso 3-2. I mean 2-3 on the season. So not doing too good. They're already 2-3. Mind you, it only takes 8 wins to not get you in. If you lose more than 3 games. So if you lose more than 3 games, you're out of the playoffs. Period. So moving down the list. Here's where Owasso gets better. I think after Jinx, they get their front loaded done. They beat up more. They beat up Santa Fe, Deer Creek, and then they just give Union a good old say goodbye, say hi to Union, and then walk out with a win. So final record for them is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-2. They are going 6-3. So I have them going 6-3. Right, yeah, 6-3. Yeah, so 6-3. There are 3 losses: Bixby Spartans, Bixby Jinx, and Broken Arrow. Moving on to Jinx. Not surprisingly. Moving on to the Jinx Trojans. What is this? Bro, what is this? Yeah, I know. Bro, what is it? What the fuck is this? Cool. See, I need to bring this up though. Jinx has what's called Red River between Texas and Oklahoma. Yes, there's a high school Red River, and it's Jinx and South Lake County. Anyways, moving on. Going to their schedule. Obviously, they have Red River coming up. So, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. South Lake win. Bixby loss. I'm sorry, Bixby win because I do have Bixby going 9-2. So they're 2-0. Union win. Owasso win. Deer Creek win. Edmond Santa Fe win. Yukon win. Moore win. And then they don't play anymore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Jinx go perfect 9-0. What? Do you want to complain about it being an easy schedule? Go for it. So that would actually boost them to number 1 in the year. But now, let's get Broken out because I want to do it with Echo here. So going on to Union. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Um, okay, so Union. Can I just go ahead and get this out of the way, please? Broken Arrow's a loss. Choctaw's a win. Jinx is a loss. Booker T's a loss. Win. Yukon's a win. Moore's a win. Deer Creek's win. Edmond's win. A loss is a loss. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 6 and 3. That'd actually be a good year for them, but actually there could be one upset year. I want to double check. I think I found it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I feel like that would be the upset. It'd be Edmond Santa Fe would be the upset now. All right, Edmond Memorial. Moving on. We'll say Broken Arrow last, I guess. Moving on. Next up is Edmond Memorial. So looking at their schedule, Edmond Memorial, that Piedmont's a win, and then they have their in-state rivals, the Edmond Santa Fe. That's a loss. Deer Creek's a win. Edmond North's a win. Broken Arrow's a loss. Bixby's a loss. Southmore's a win. Mustang's a loss. Westmore's a win. Norman North is a win. A loss. So I have them. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. They go 5 and 3. Would it be 5 and 4? Hold on. Is it 5 and 6? Hold on. There's 9 in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. So Piedmont's a win. Edmond's a loss. Deer Creek's a win. Edmond North is a win. So that's 1, 2. That's 1 and that's 3 and 1 over 3, 1. 3, 2, 3, 3. 4, 3. 4, 4. 5, 4. 5, 5. Yeah, that's correct. So they go 5 and 5. I think that might be up because I want to. Moving along to Mustang, the team up in Mustang. Pulling up Mustang's schedule. Most of these teams, the only other one we're going to be talking about really mostly is going to be Mustang. Everyone else is just going to be like bottom of the barrel. So Mustang. Obviously, they play a weird schedule, so they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games on here, which sucks. So Choctaw's a win, Yukon's a win, Bixby's a loss, Southmore's a win, Broken Arrow's a loss, Edmond Memorial is a win. So they go 1, 2, 3. They go 1 and 2. They go 2, 0, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 2. So they go 4 and 2, but that won't be enough. That will never be enough because they still have to play their out-of-state conferences. So they have to play other classes. So I do. They're just going to be right there for now. They're 4 and 2. Still a pretty good year. So in 6-1A, again, this is only 6-1A only. They would actually be in the driver's seat for the playoffs. Norman North. So obviously, with all these now starting to battle each other out. Norman North going to be over here next. So you have Norman North, Norman. They obviously play a smaller schedule as well, so I have them going 1, 2. I have them going 3 and 4. So they go 3 and 4, which actually should be going 0 and 3. Actually, 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Wait, no. That's a win there. 1, 2. So they 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and yeah, so 4 and 2 as well. I cannot math. Deer Creek. Deer. They obviously they don't have to play Broken Arrow, but the Sand Springs is a win. Edmond North's a loss. Edmond Memorial's a loss. So they're 1 and 2. Yukon's a win, 2 and 2. Moore's 3 and 2. Jinx is a definite loss. Edmonds a win. So 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 4, 4 and 5, 4 and 6, 4 and 7. So they go 4 and 7. Yukon, the team of Yukon. The lonely team for some reason. Alright, Yukon. So Putnam City, obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 7. They only play 7 games. Most all these are gonna be losses. So 0 and 1. I mean 1 and 0, 1 and 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 4. So they go 3 and 4, which in this case would be bad. So Yukon will never make it. Mustang never will make it unless they get some weird bye stuff. But basically, everyone past Edmond, everyone who has a full schedule has a shot at making it as well. Those who don't have their out of conference, they have their out of class games, so they go to another class, which basically means that they follow no one else's bitches. However, what that does mean is Edmond Memorial and teams like Broken Arrow, they have a tougher schedule, which can cause chaos for the little guys. Because now, if they win, they are in. So, Edmond North, another team that's gonna be that has a weird schedule. 2, 3, 3, 6, 8. They have 8 games instead of 10. But Edmond Santa Fe is a loss. I'm gonna so going through it. I'm sorry to not show any of these graphics here, but Edmond Santa Fe, that's a loss. Deer Creek's a win. Putnam City's a win. Edmond Memorial's a loss. Westmore's a win. Bixby's a loss. Southmore's a win. Bergener's a loss. So that's 0 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 2 and 3 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 4. So they go 4 and 4. More. Moving right along to more. Real quick. Let's see if that sparks her. Sorry, I'm not in focus again. More is going to be one of the easier ones to predict. Win, loss, win, loss. loss. So Westmore. So 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, 4-3, 4-5, 4-6, 4-6. Four and six. Edmonds NFA again. So Edmonds NFA. We're gonna have to. Obviously, I have them winning against Edmond North because Edmond North is 4-4. So Edmonds NFA wins Edmond North, and then I have them going 5-5. So that means. So if they go 5-5, I think they. Did I say? I'll have to go back and watch the footage, but I think I did say that Edmond Memorial beats Edmond. No, Edmonds NFA beats Edmond Memorial. So this is their record. Just go ahead and pull it up. So, just gonna go ahead and make my life easier. So they're back heavy, makes sense. They have Edmond Memorial and Edmond North. So they have 2 Edmond games. That's fair. 1-2 Edmond. So 0-2. Wait, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5. So I have them going 5-5. Southmore, the bottom barrel, Southmore. Oh, Southmore. Oh, how pitiful you are. Southmore, you again don't play. You play. You're just gonna go through it. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6. So you're out 4-6. And then Westmore, we know Westmore. Edmonds going to be the worst team this year for sure. Let's go to Westmore. Let's go to Westmore over here. And then we have Edmond. Westmore, their schedule, I'm not even going to show it. You didn't know. More, so then they play 0-1, 0-2, 0 and they 1-0, and then 1-1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5. So they go 1-5. And then Edmond's going to go. You're going to be shocked at what I've had for Edmond. Edmond, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Sorry, 4-1, 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5. So they're 5-5. So pretty bad year for them. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm going to go back to this. There is only one team remaining. Broken Arrow. One team remaining that we have not ranked yet. So, here we go. Broken Arrow. Their record. I'm going to wait for Echo to get here. And while we wait on Echo, so I can give her my reasoning, I'm going to get some water. And while we wait on Echo, I did want to bring up I want to go double check my model real quick because I don't. Yeah, I want to go check my model real quick. But yeah, the opener against Bartlesville is crazy. In Peytonville, because isn't it? Yeah, Bartlesville is in 6A2. Oh, Norman. Still, yeah. So they're in 6A. They play 6-1-8 and 6-1-2. Who does? So that's where they are. That's where they play. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I just screw. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get everything to work. 6 class, 6-1A. So the only actual full rankings, yeah, makes sense if you want your full rankings. The real rankings, I'm just only doing it by 6-1A. So 6-1A apply. Anyways, going through the list here. All right, I think we're good now. We are back in business. I'm also needing to go. Oh, wait. I have to put Oklahoma. Ah, here we go. Wait, what? No, that was 3 years ago. Give me. Wait, okay, that makes sense now. So, Norman North also. Ah, I want the one. I want the one for 2025. Give me the one in 2025, you be here, man. 4 years ago. Okay. Okay. So this is how it's been. 20. Here it is. So that was semifinals. So they all play one. So they all play together. So that's why that's how it's a 30. Okay, never mind. Then we won't be doing a playoff thing. So I'm just gonna get rid of. Just gonna do this. Make my job a little bit easier. Why? I don't know what it happened, but it was my thing was glitching, so I think I fixed it now. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and predict Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow. Echo, if you're watching this, go watch it back when it gets posted. Their schedule is pretty difficult, but they have them winning against Union. There's the win against Union. I have them winning against OSSA, obviously. They beat Norman North. They beat Edmond Memorial, so they're 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. Call me crazy, but I think whoa, before I get jumped to my horses. I think Owasso and Mustang are gonna give I think again, Bixby could go either way. So I have their record. Their ceiling is 9-0. Their floor comes to their. I have their ceiling at 9-2, but they could go 9-0. Their floor is 8-4. So obviously that means you lose to Union, you lose to Owasso, you lose to Mustang, and you lose to Bixby, but you went out. So 8-4 is their floor. Their ceiling, I think, is 9-0. But that is if you beat Owasso and Bixby, which could very well happen with Bixby's sophomore quarterback. Again, so final record, ladies and gentlemen, for the Broken Arrow Tigers. 9-0. Undefeated, and they move and claim the 1-seeded bye. Playoffs. Broken Arrow, number 1, Bixby. Number 2, it would be then Jinx, Bixby, and of course, OSSA. So those would be your top 4 as always. And your finals. Semifinals. Broken Arrow versus Bixby versus Broken Arrow. And no surprise, number 2, Jinx versus OSSA. And then your finals. Broken Arrow versus also, if I said finals, I meant semifinals last year. Broken Arrow semifinals against Bixby. That's right. Versus Bixby versus Jinx. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 National OSSA State Champion, the Broken Arrow Tigers. Nah, I'm just joking. It's Jinx. I think Jinx is gonna. Well, didn't they beat also Bixby and Mustang and Union? Yeah, and the ones. Yeah, I think they deserve it. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Highlight them in yellow, and that is where all she wrote. From the bottom of the barrel to the top of the top. Broken Arrow, final record. The first time in state history that a team has gone undefeated in a long time. Broken Arrow, well, actually, never mind. It was last year, actually. Broken Arrow goes a perfect 15-0. A perfect season for Broken Arrow. And that's it. There you go. After all of that, it is going to be Broken Arrow who stands atop the world as champions. All right. Now get out. I love you all. Good night. I'm going to bed. Enjoy the rest of your night.